Okay, buenos dias. This is Jeff Longwell, and this is a quick tour of what I've got so far with my development course. The course is Spanish 507. It's a master's level course. It's on teaching, it's actually called Technology Enhanced Language Learning, so it's teaching Spanish using technology. It's part of our master's degree course at NMSU. So here you'll see the home page. Obviously everything's in Spanish, so I'll go ahead and explain a few of the parts. The top part is the information from the course, talking about when it is. I typically teach this during our summer sessions. It's 100% online. I typically do not host live events, except for, well, I do host live events, but they are not required. I always offer them as optional experiences. Most of the class usually attends anyway, but I do offer the recording, and similar to what we're doing in our class here, I also offer them points for submitting a summary of things learned during the online sessions. There's the required text with the ISBN information. This orientación del curso talks about the course orientation. Since I do not hold a live course orientation, the link provided goes to the Getting Started module. I call it the Start Here First page. Course description. This gives a brief introduction to the course, and then here are a list of the objectives that will be covered during the course. Okay. The next step is going through different steps to get started. The first one has recommendations to visit the Canvas help pages for students who may be taking this as a first-time online class. Also the Canvas guide for students, so they can be familiarized with Canvas. One of the other things that I've just added as part of what we're talking about in our Fostering Learning Communities course is this section, and it includes some of the readings that we've just done. Here are the 7 strategies for having a successful experience in the online class, 10 recommendations for being a successful student online, and then here's the article or the blog post on ideas from the student's point of view on how to be successful online. Here are some of the suggestions for navigation. I do send out an email through Canvas, so that's this last section, but I also post the welcome message in the announcements section of Canvas for this course. The syllabus is also available we'll go over that in a second, but the syllabus is posted and can be accessed by the syllabus menu button. I always recommend, and you'll see in a minute that I do provide a course introduction video, and in that I take students through the modules section so that they can become familiarized with the course as part of that tour. Especially giving emphasis on the Vamos a Comenzar page, which is the Getting Started module. We'll see that in detail in a second. There's also a link to other materials for the course. This link shows up in various parts of the course so that they can have access to different items that I'm asking them to read or view or share. Okay. As part of my getting started module. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points here are helping them to start getting going in the class, other than the starting module, the getting started module. But they're asked to take a quiz. I call it the tour del curso, the course quiz tour. That way I'm certain that they've read the syllabus, that they've watched the introductory video, and seen other materials that I present for them so they can navigate the course. Okay. This last paragraph also indicates that there is a section called technical support for our community, where they can post their questions and we can work on answering those issues together. The next part of the homepage is the información de contacto. That's how the students can get in touch with me. I give them the best ways to contact me, a little bit about virtual office hours if they are on campus by chance and want to come by and see me. That's what this information is about. Contact information as far as when I'm online, when I'm not online. And one thing that I've found helpful lately has been the addition of the service called remind.com. I've added that to students, and so they can sign up for that, and I send out the sign-up sheet so they can get reminders. It's been an interesting experience for me because it also adds a different level of communication, because as those, I pre-program the announcements during the semester, but it also creates some informal discussions as students respond to those and ask questions. So that's an interesting tool to use for community. I know a lot of people use it for other things, but it's been an interesting tool for me. Okay. So for the Getting Started module, students can click on the Página de Introducciones, or they can come to Modules. We'll just go to it through the Introductions module, and here it's the Getting Started module. At the top here we have the objectives that will be met by this module. They are to go through, to understand the course, understand the syllabus, understand all of the resources offered through the class, not just the text but also my website. Also the comprehension check with the quiz, the course quiz tour. Sorry, the quiz on the course tour. There also, the other objective is to begin to get to know each other and the professor through an activity called Getting to Know You, and we'll see that in a minute. So here are the steps that I've asked them to go through for this module. First, they're to watch the intro video, which gives them a tour of the course as far as how to find everything. Then they're asked to read the syllabus, which has been dealt with in the intro video as well, but not in depth. I've recorded a video that talks about the textbook that we read. Since it's kind of like a lab manual, I wanted them to understand how the textbook is used. One of the resources that's very important to this class is my own website called profejeff.com, and so I give them a video tour of that, and that kind of helps them to get to know me and some activities and expectations for the course itself, and so they're able to get to know me through that. After viewing and reading all of those items is when I ask them to take the quiz on the course quiz, the course tour quiz, and it's worth 10 points, I think, 5 points, and they can take it as many times as they would like to until they reach 100 points. My idea is that they understand everything that's going to be happening in the course. The final activity is to participate in the Getting to Know You activity. It's a discussion board, and we'll see that in a second once I finish this page here. The next part is the minimum technology expectations, so it gives a list on what they're expected to manage as part of this course. It goes through Canvas, having reliable internet connection, appropriate website to run Canvas, or browser to run Canvas, Microsoft Word, since we use that a lot, and access to YouTube and Adobe Reader, since a lot of the articles are online with PDF format, and then a link to other resources and materials. The Getting to Know You community building activity, since this is a course that deals with technology, I have a couple of images that I've posted up here. One on the pencil metaphor, which is kind of an interesting metaphor if you haven't seen it yet. Here's the link for the image online. And then we also go over the 7 habits of highly effective teachers who use technology, and there's the resource for that. But what I ask students to do here as we begin to build our community is that they need to especially look at the pencil metaphor and then share which part of the pencil best resembles where they stand right now, and why. And then I ask them to share what types of technology they use in their class, especially ones that they use frequently. I also remind them that this is to have fun, but also to kind of get engaged with the content and with each other, and the rubric for the activity is set here, but I also have a rubric as part of the assignments there. The introduction that I give is in the video for my website. There's also information on my website about myself, but I always participate in this community building activity because I think it's important for me to show a social presence in the class, and that helps the students get to know me. So I think that's it for the Getting Started module. I usually let this run over the first week or 10 days of the course because it takes time for students online sometimes to get going. I do open other activities at the same time, but this is a great way to help them to engage with each other and with the course content. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Adios.